Good afternoon all. I'm Phil from TC Campers, and what we're going to be doing today is swapping out the seat base on one of our camper vans. The issue is with the swivel plate in place and the two packers, it rides the seat up by over 48 millimeters, which is a little bit uncomfortable while driving. So what we've done, we've purchased a Jennings Seat Base, which comes with the handbrake attachments all attached. It's really simple to fit with a few little modifications. So here is the existing. So the new one is 30mm lower than the existing one. Now this is one I took out one of the vans yesterday and done. This is those packers I was talking about to take it above the handbrake. Good thing about the Jennings one is the handbrake comes already lowered, and it's really simple to fit. So guys, the previous seat height without it being fitted on the end of there to there, circa 490 to 95 millimeters. And after we've done that, you'll see what it is. So now we're going to take the seat base out. So we're going to undo all four of these. So we swiveled it out, swivel it around, sorry. So you swivel it around, you can get to your nuts and bolts really easily. Jack the seat up. This will allow you access to a wire that's underneath here, which is for the seat belt. This easily clips off. Make sure the ignition is off, guys, when you do this. So this is what you're undoing, is this little clip here. And then make sure that your seat's weighing forwards. Turn it back round to driver position. Then carefully, without damaging anything, lift the seat off and out. Make sure your headrest's down. And that's your seat out. Where it exposes the base. So put the seat out the way somewhere safe. Now we take the base off. So just release and pull it round so it exposes the four sides of the screws. And repeat the process. And if you pop the seat base like so, make sure it's about 20mm away from there, just give it a measure. It's the same distance either side. So ensure your seat base is in place now. The corner hole here goes at the front passenger side of the seat base. which is where the handbrake side is. If you measure 20 millimeters from the edge of the seat base to the actual casing, just ensure it's both the same both sides when you measure it up. That should have aligned it either side nice. You see the way it's just off the edge of that side and that side. Back to the Sharpie. Just put a line, a dot inside there. Same with this side. So ensure you're centered. Just do a little cross. Same this side. Do a little cross. Same this side. Do a little cross. So it's central. Lift the seat base off. Get your pilot drill. Remember, using a 4.9 drill bit. Centre of the hole. Finish using your 8mm bit. Right guys, back over to the seat base. You'll see earlier on in the video we drilled out 2 holes for the back that holds the relay. This relay controls all the seat components like the seat belt and heated seats and whatever is in here. So this is a T27 Torx bit. So undo these. So I'll bring this back out the way. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got a diesel night heater here. So what we need to do with this, we need to undo this clamp here, take out these 4 screws, and this will release everything. That's my seat base off. Now our next one is, you're going to pull the handbrake up. And underneath this, there's a little clip. What you need to do is put a screwdriver, flat blade, just pull that forwards, and then this slides off. As simple as that. And on here to get this off, it just easily slides back off like that. We're going to have to come back to that in a second because we've got to cut that down to suit the new base. So the next job is to get a socket. This is a 16mm on a 3/8 drive ratchet. I'll just undo these. Got 4 bolts at the bottom. So here's your 4 bolts. Make sure you keep them safe. Just make sure you got nothing in your way. And it's as simple as lift that over there like that. And then what we got is 2 bolts, which are 13mm on the handbrake. For this, you're going to need a 13mm socket. Just release these 2 nuts on the top of the handbrake. On the back of the handbrake, there's a little clip. Just pull it, give it a little pull up, and it pulls out. Keep these safe because you're going to need these. Then all you do is You lift off the handbrake, put it to the side, and your seat base is out. So our next job is the handbrake cover. So we need to cut this down and able to fit down, so this comes down in line with that. Now I'll save you the worry. I'll tell you, because I've already done one previously. You actually cut 55mm off the bottom. So I'm going to use this as a template. Mark 55mm on the bottom of this. And you mark it all the way around and then cut it. A pair of aviation snips does the trick. So as you see guys, I've marked 55mm from the bottom of that to that, all the way around. Then I'm going to cut it with some snips. Make sure you use decent aviation snips. If you use a jigsaw, you're going to have to clean off the burr, so nice and gentle. Do not close the snips up, because if you close the snips up, you'll leave nip marks. And you see how nice and clean that is? Cleanly cut all the way around. It looks factory. So then what this enables us to do is to fit this on here. So it's just below the seat, just on the seat base. So when the next one goes on the top of there, the rotating plate, it sits just above. Simple as that. So what we do next is, you see that little tab that's on the inside of there? So that goes on there and it can't go any further. So push it all the way back that way. Get a pencil, mark all the way around the edge. And then, you don't have to do this, but I found it a lot neater in the other one. So there's two little slots. There and there, which on the OEM bottom, there's two little slot lugs that go onto there. So what I found to use instead is two little T25 torque screws, flatheads. And what I'm going to do is put this onto here, measure between these two bits from off the edge of there from your line, put two marks, they're 125mm apart. So if you look at this, see put that to the centre and to there, they're 125mm apart, centre to centre. So what I've done with this, I've put this up against here. What you need to do is mark, you see those little marks where the slots are? So you put a mark on the centre of the slots. So you put two screws in it. Just enough. Fit your tray. Now these slotted holes should fit onto here now. As simple as that. Wind them a little. There you go. That's locked on perfectly. So turn the seat base on its side. You see what I mean up inside there? Well, you can't. See, it's on the slotted holes. And that's it. So that was just an idea for the way I was going to stop this from coming off. So those 2 screws help, but you don't have to do that, it'll just rest down as it is, but a bit of a perfectionist. So here we go, seat base back in. Guided onto the 4 lugs. Take your 4 nuts from previous. Okay, I've just screwed the pipe on, tighten up the bracket. Now, next job is you get your relay box to make sure everything's untangled. You put this underneath there. These are the holes you drilled out earlier on. Do one side at a time. Remember earlier your T27 Torx. Press that back into place. Now it's the handbrake. So clip your switch back in, your handbrake switch. Just pull up on the cable, on the back one. Make sure it's off the handbrake. Up and over. Put the bolts, the nuts back on. This one's a bit tricky, so you might want to put it inside the head. Feed it down with your finger. Next job is seat. Just get it aligned. Line the 2 front holes up. Just make sure that swivel plate's turned around enough for you so you can get your nuts and bolts in. A little pinch down over tighten them. You don't want to strip the threads. Bring the next one round. Line the hole up where you can. Swivel your seat round to the back. This forward. Don't forget your washers and your lock nuts. Last one. And there we go, we're done. There we have it, lowered seat base done. If you remember earlier, remember that wire that goes underneath the seat belt, underneath there? That needs to be clipped back in. So remember when we was talking about the seat height last time, it was nearly 500mm? Well, doing all that's reduced it by 40mm, it's 460 now. What a great seat base by Jennings. So there you go, there's the Jennings low seat base for a T6, T6.1. Handbrake cut down and beautiful. See that? It misses it all now. TC Campers out. Join us on the next one.